Kingdom Hearts 4 development update, Sony Bend hit with layoffs, and a new unreleased Halo game coming to PS5 day and date. All that and more in today's video. Please like the video, subscribe to never miss a gaming update, and share the video to help grow our community. We'll also be going over comment of the day. Be sure to leave a comment as you could be featured in the next video. Now let's talk about this Kingdom Hearts 4 update. This was originally spotted by Genki_JPN over on Twitter or X. Zach Pogres has revealed through a post on X that he has been working on an RPG being developed by Square Enix over the last year. These are just projects all in the last year, he says, with one of the projects listed being Kingdom Hearts 4. In quotes, all high-quality projects have taken over the industry. I'm in studio rosters that most people would dream of being in, all without an agent and just always pushing. So he actually revealed that, yes, he is working on Kingdom Hearts 4 and has been working on Kingdom Hearts 4 for over the last year. Now, it's also important to note that he has since deleted this post, which makes me believe that Square Enix probably wasn't too okay with him saying this, even though he may have implied or said along the lines that it was approved by SC at the time, but clearly not since it's been deleted since. But yes, so they've been recording audio for this game over the last year, and it's important to note that we actually don't know which character he's voicing. So if they are voicing a major character, we don't know which it is. We just know that they are voicing a character for this game. So that's super exciting. I mean, we don't get much as far as Kingdom Hearts 4 updates go. This game gets very, very few tidbits of information through the years, sometimes none at all in an entire year or two or however long it's been at this point. But the last thing we talked about was some screenshots that they released, and now we've got this as well. So some exciting stuff happening here, some cool news that really makes us believe that Kingdom Hearts 4 may be closer than we anticipated or closer than we think it is, although I still am hard-pressed to believe that that is happening anytime soon. I think that KH4 is probably not happening till 2027, if not later. I think we might even see the end of the FF7 remake trilogy before we see Kingdom Hearts 4. But then again, we'll see what happens. As a lot of this is in the hands of Disney, right? Disney has a lot of choice and pull as far as what happens with Kingdom Hearts 4 and any Kingdom Hearts game for that matter, right? Because there's their IP in there, and it pretty much is very much a Disney-owned property as well, although Square Enix is a part owner to some degree as well. But it's very, very complex as far as the relationship between these two companies. But yeah, without Disney say-so, nothing is happening. They are very, very much in charge of how they do things with this game. At least it seems that way based on the information we've been given in the past. But super excited to see what they do with KH4, and hopefully we get some more news very, very soon. Let me know what you guys think of this Kingdom Hearts 4 news. Are you excited about this news of them recording over the last year? And do you think it could mean we could get this game sooner? Let me know down below. Next, we're talking about some Sony Bend layoffs, as this was broken by Jason Schreier. Bloomberg's Jason Schreier took to social media to write, in quotes, Sony's Bend studio, which canceled a live service game earlier this year, is laying off 30% of today's staff, around 40 people. Bloomberg News has learned the studio has been spinning up a new project following the cancellation. In quotes, earlier this year, Bend Studio wrapped development on a live service concept. After careful consideration, we chose not to move forward with it, a spokesperson for Sony told Kotaku in an email. Goes on to say, as the team shifts focus to its next project, we've made strategic changes to better position the studio for long-term success. As part of this transition, a workforce reduction has taken place at the studio. This decision was not made lightly, and we are extremely grateful for the meaningful contributions of all those impacted. Bend Studio has been a valued part of PlayStation Studios for decades, and we remain confident in its future and creative direction. So, with that said, we've got the cancellation of a project we already knew about, and because they canceled it, they laid off 40 people, which is about 30% of their staff today. So, not an insignificant amount of people. They are working on a new project, but I imagine it's in an incubation period or something that's just super, super early. So we're probably not seeing that come to light anytime soon. You know, naturally, when you get cancellations with these games, and especially with their pivot now, being a lot more choosy with their live service titles, it's expected that they're going to have some layoffs. Now, that's not to defend it. That's horrible. I don't like that there are layoffs. Obviously, real people losing their jobs. It sucks. So I definitely understand how that would be very frustrating for anybody involved with this, and I would never downplay them losing their jobs. It genuinely sucks. Like, there's nothing you can do about it, and it's a situation where nothing can be said to kind of alleviate that or the concern of these people who obviously have a lot of things that they need to get done. As, yeah, we're all trying to make it in this crazy time that we're in right now as far as the economy goes. So we'll see what happens with that as far as Bend Studio goes, and if we get any updates on what they're working on. Personally speaking, man, I really wish they would go back to Days Gone. I think Days Gone 2 could actually do quite well. It sold decently. It reviewed decently as well. And there's a lot of people who really love the game. So I feel like a sequel would have been perfect, and the characters were likable, and it was a good game. I genuinely enjoyed the game. So I'd like to see them go back to it, but I don't know if Sony's going to do a whole new IP or if they're going to just go ahead and create Days Gone 2, which, again, I think would be a good move, at least in my opinion. Let me know what you want to see from Bend Studio next. Days Gone 2, a new IP, a live service game, a single-player game. Let me know down below.
Sir, on a chopper, I felt relieved.
Now, next we're talking about Halo, and it's coming to PS5, and there is good reason to believe this. A new leak suggests that Halo PS5's release date announcement is imminent, as an entry for the game has been found on PSN's back end. A known data miner claims that a retail API was discovered on the PlayStation Store, but what's interesting is that it's neither marked as Master Chief Collection nor Halo Infinite. The data miner, who goes as grunt.api on X, claims that the listing they've discovered is for a different Halo game than what we were expecting. Speculation suggests that, much like Gears of War, Microsoft is bringing the first game in the series to PS5. So likely, you know, a Combat Evolved remaster or full remake or whatever they decide to do. Maybe they use the Halo engine. Maybe they just go with Unreal. We'll see what happens, right? We're seeing Gears come back with the Gears Reloaded. Will Halo come back with its own thing? I think that's plausible. And honestly, I mean, as somebody who loves Halo, right? Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach, I absolutely love those games. And I would love to see them do some sort of remaster, remake for Combat Evolved, bring it over to the PlayStation audience, and let us all enjoy this game. And I think a lot of people would be surprised how much they enjoy Halo if they have never played it before. It is a very good video game, a very good first-person shooter that still holds up quite well today. And I think if they modernize it to an extent without losing the soul and spirit of what Combat Evolved was, it could be very, very well received, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. I think that we're going to see Halo. I thought it was always obvious that Halo was eventually going to come when they decided they were going to start bringing games over to PlayStation, but this would definitely make me pretty happy as far as being able to play Combat Evolved in a new way. But even if it's not Combat Evolved, I'm very intrigued to see where they go with this. I have always loved Halo. Very, very big game franchise as far as my experiences with video games. They did lose me at about Halo 4, kind of, and then Halo 5, they completely lost me, and the Halo Infinite was an absolute disaster as far as narrative goes, and also the very, very same level design and levels was kind of, yeah, it was just not it. So I'm hoping with this entire new perspective on what they want to do with Halo and starting from the beginning, hopefully, I hope they can do it justice and bring Halo back to its glory days. I mean, will it ever be what it was? Probably not, especially because of the time that it came out and the synergy it had. But I still think that it could get a lot of new fans, and it could also get a lot of old fans excited as well. So I'm excited for it personally. Hope to see it soon. Let me know if you guys will be playing Halo on PS5 if it drops, and what are you hoping it could be? Maybe a Combat Evolved remake, remaster, or are you hoping for something else? Let me know down below. Now, lastly, we're going to be talking about comment of the day, which comes from @MarkShorthouse8564, who says, nobody buying Outer World for $80. And so we've heard recently that the first Xbox game that's going to cost $80 is Outer Worlds 2. And there's been a lot of disappointment about that, right? As far as this was not supposed to be this premium title, and yet they are treating it as a premium title, and that Xbox is really going all out on charging more for their games. And They told us this is exactly what they're going to do, that they're going to increase the price of their games. And so they are delivering on what they told us they're going to do. Now, with that said, I don't agree with it. I don't think $80 games are ideal. I don't think it makes sense, and I'll never stand behind that decision. Although people will give you 102 reasons as to why that's a great idea and why inflation and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. People don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear all the different reasons, whether it makes sense, whether it doesn't make sense. The point is, wages have not increased, although everything else has seemed to increase in price. So it doesn't make anyone feel better about it. Personally, I have no interest in spending $80 for a game ever, really. I mean, for me personally, unless your game is absolutely exceptional and I have to play it and I can't wait, then I'll buy your game. But that's very, very, very few games. There are very few games that would get me to do that. At the moment, I can't think of any that are coming this year that I would pay $80 for. Not a chance, because I just don't see the value. I don't see the $80 value for a game when games have already become expensive and they've already raised the price this generation, and I'm just not here for this additional increase in price. So as far as I see it, I don't see the value of $80, especially not for Outer Worlds 2. I'm glad Ghost of Yotei will not follow that. I'm glad that PlayStation is not following that with Death Stranding 2. I'm glad that right now, this year, they're staying where they are. Although I expect that if everybody follows, PlayStation will do the same thing come 2026. And I think that that's a situation where they're just moving with the market, right? While I, again, don't agree with it, they are doing it because they are seeing approval from other people in the business doing it. And if people are going to just accept it and spend the money for it, then that's telling them, okay, yeah, you're cool with it. We're going to increase the price of our game. So again, voting with your wallet is very important. And this is a situation where I hope people do vote with their wallet, because you don't want these guys to think they can take complete advantage of us, which unfortunately, with the amount of people buying skins for $20, they probably already think that. So that is what it is. But let me know what you guys think. Would you spend $80 on Outer Worlds 2? Or is there any game coming this year that you would spend $80 on? But that is all I have for you guys in today's video. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and share the video to help grow our community. I thank you all for watching. Take care.